across days, weeks, months, or years. It can remain that way.
Wow.
And within 30 some days, the second uterus will be re-impregnated and also be on embryonic diapause. So it has two on deck all of the time, ready to deliver on 2 days' notice, anytime. So there are two things that make the kangaroo ready to deliver another baby. Number one, if it stops nursing its baby for whatever reason, that takes the blocker away, delivers another baby. Two, if the kangaroo gets overweight, literally too high body fat content, it will double up the production of pitocin to bypass the blocker and cause it to birth a second baby. But once there are two, both nursing, that doubles the amount of blocker and it cannot possibly birth a third. The kangaroos are not good mothers. If a kangaroo had a mantra, that mantra would be, live to have more. At all costs, live to have more. So if a kangaroo is being pursued by a predator, and normally this isn't a problem for them because the male defends them, but if there's multiple predators, if a female kangaroo is trying to get away from a predator, gives the baby, live to have more. The kangaroos have a brutal but effective way of surviving droughts as a mob. The group of kangaroos is called a mob. When the kangaroos become malnourished or dehydrated, they all throw all the babies away, live to have more. So that caps the demand on mothers' bodies to produce milk, caps the demand on the food source. So that gives the mob the best odds of survival. The normal family group of kangaroos is one male, 50 females. So the one male is statistically insignificant to the population number. So should the drought drag on for a couple of years, maybe only half of them survive the drought, right? So their numbers have gone 50, 25. That drought in a desert place normally ends with extremely heavy rainfall, and everything even in the desert turns lush and green right away. So as soon as the drought is over, they all re-nourish, rehydrate. And one time they don't make pitocin is if they're malnourished or dehydrated. So through the whole drought, none of them will deliver a baby because they're not producing pitocin to reduce labor. As soon as the drought is over, they all re-nourish, rehydrate, they all have a baby because they all have two on deck. Within a few weeks, at the end of the drought, they've all been gorging themselves on all the lush greenness that isn't normative to the desert, so they all become overweight and they all birth a second baby. So their numbers have gone 50, 25, 50, 75, if 25 survive. So they come out of the drought, strong by individual, because obviously the strong survive and the others don't, and larger in number because they all birth two babies. So arguably a drought is good for kangaroos in the desert. And kangaroos and emus are the two animals on the national seal of Australia. The reason for that is their motto, being forwardly a penal colony, is forward only. Kangaroos and emus are all physiologically incapable of going backwards. So they meet the motto really well. But ironically, they hate them, because specifically farmers, because all kangaroos and all emus basically can clear a 6-foot fence. So it is extremely impractical to fence them out of a field. If you're a farmer about to receive your harvest and then dozens or hundreds of kangaroos or hundreds or thousands of emus come into your field, you don't get a harvest. So that's why they are not fond of them. The kangaroos do significantly outnumber humans in Australia. The last estimate that I read was from a number of years ago, I think it was 2016. It said there were approximately 16 million humans in Australia. Between kangaroos and emus, roughly 60 million kangaroos and emus in Australia. So more than 3 to 1.
That's
About a war.
Yeah. It is. So you've read it. You want to tell us about it? See if your version matches the version I read.
Oh, the emu war?
Yeah.
That's where like old farmers were there putting their stuff using so they went to the army and said we got to kill these emus. So they took the machine gun out there and started firing at the emus. Oh, and they didn't hit a single one. This is long. Like, it's a significant amount, but not long. They could take a hit and keep going.
It was in colonial days, so the British government actually sent the army to try to eradicate emus because they were so hard on the crops. And it was a financial loss that they're paying to keep the army on the field. and they're firing 50 cal machine guns. The emus are like Mr. Magoo that and when there's a loud sound, they all just scatter in every direction, but they don't just go out from the center. They just like do this number, and they, even when one's running, they like run and jump and spin and run and jump and spin and run. So you can't even lead the things to. So and shooting a 50 cal bullet at them, they're frail enough, you know, in their body that it often would just go through without shattering the bullet. And so after a substantial period of time, they had eliminated almost no emus, where they were looking to take out millions. And what I read said it was something like, you know, they were aiming to take out millions and they took out around 50.
Yeah.
And most of those were accidents. And, so yeah, the emu war. History Channel or something, bro.
Yeah, it's like a little cartoon. That was neat.
There's only a couple of animals that are marsupials, right?
The American marsupial is an opossum, and of course they're not native to America. Surprisingly, opossums were intentionally brought here for hunting, for sport hunting.
Oh, really?
And you know, now it seems like it was a pretty dumb idea, but they were intentionally brought here to hunt for sport, and now there's millions and millions of them. But yeah, opossums, sugar gliders are marsupials, kangaroos, koalas. What are the other marsupials? I can't.
Duck-billed? No, that's a...
They lay eggs. All right, guys. So speaking of how quickly a kangaroo grows, this one is about 3 weeks older than that. This one is, this is Rachel, that's Phoebe. And I think that's what we're going with.
All right.
So this one is about 3 weeks older than that one. This one weighs 10 pounds, that one weighs 4. And when you think about it, when they first went into their mother's pouch, they weighed 2 grams. That was 7 months ago. So they grow crazy fast. My goodness. The landscape crew is going to be mad at me for having camels in here. They're going to have to power wash this whole building. The barns this clean don't happen by accident. But so yes, this one is about 3 weeks older than that one, and that's how fast these things grow. And this one, when they're both hopping around, is like, is there a pouch? Can I crawl in the pouch? Can I get the pouch? So yeah.
Is this one of the only
Listening
animals
to the
that do have the babies on deck?
so embryonic diapause is not absolutely unique to, oh man, you step on it. It's not absolutely unique to kangaroos, but the way that they do it is unique. The other animal that can do, well, one of the other animals that can do embryonic diapause is an elephant. And the way they first knew that elephants could is there was a zoo that had one and only one elephant, and they had it for something on the order of 2 years.
Yeah.
And elephant gestation is known to be, I think, 13 months. And after 2 years, suddenly the elephant had a baby. And that had some head scratching going on since they didn't have another elephant. Oh, now he's going to pee too.